Not quite my tempo.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
What up, everybody? We're back with another episode of Multiplex Loves Movies. This is a post-Oscars special edition where we're going to recap the winners, the losers, the surprises, the fun that was had tonight. Let's start off. Maggie, hello.
Is this live or just like
This is live?
Okay. I just wanted to establish. Okay, thank you.
Fantastic. Okay. We'll start off by saying hello, Maggie. How are you tonight?
I'm losing it a little bit. I'm losing it. I'm ready to fight everyone on Twitter. Let's fucking go.
Okay. Next we'll go to Cody, our other Multiplex Loves Movies regular. How you doing, sir?
I'm the most pleased with the Oscars that I have been in a long time. So I love the show. I think the show was great. I can't wait to talk about it. I think this is the perfect blend of all the movies getting something. So it's kind of nice.
Awesome. And then also back to the show, the other two people who were here earlier for our predictions, Kaleb Boatman and Kaleb Koho. Boatman, how are you tonight?
I'm very good. It's kind of spoiler alert for my thoughts here. There wasn't really any decision the Academy made that I straight up hated, so that's better than most years. So I'm happy.
All right, and Kaleb Koho, how are you?
I am on cloud fucking 9, Tim Brzakala. I'm on cloud 9.
Of all the people upset, I'm surprised that Maggie is the one. This is hilarious to me.
One.
Okay, so let's start out with this. Let's we're gonna get into the everything, the big stuff. Let's start out with just Cody and Maggie kind of alluded to it. Our overall thoughts of the show itself. I thought the show was good.
Bizarre, actually.
There was weird stuff in it throughout that I think didn't need to be there. We could have cut 30 minutes off this thing, but I get it. They need it to be 3.5 hours for some reason. That's fine, but it was enjoyable. Yeah. Cody, you said you really enjoyed the show overall.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts?
I thought the opening was a train wreck and terrible. I don't know what it was. I felt more uncomfortable watching that performance than I did the full 3 hours of Midsummer, and that made me super uncomfortable. And it was like Midsummer themed, which I don't understand why she put that outfit on. If she's seen the movie, that's a terrible decision. Eminem showing up was about the highlight of my life. I don't know why, but I was pumped. But you said surprising. There was just no real shocks. Like, it was pretty much chalked the entire way. Like, it's like the Final Four, like everybody getting chalked away. Because even with the wins of certain things happening, they were still close enough in the predictions that was a possibility. No one thought that was impossible. So overall, I think the show was really good. It was long. I think Steve Martin and Chris Rock should have hosted the show because they killed the opening, and I think they should have just carried it through because I would have loved that.
Boatman, let's go to you next. Your overall thoughts on the show.
Yeah, I think there were some major highlights and some major bad things. Echoing Cody with the Midsummer Janelle Monáe opening, and before that, the weird "Won't you be my neighbor" number. That was just odd. That was just such an odd choice to go from Mr. Rogers to Norwegians killing people for sacrificial purposes. When I think of Mr. Rogers, I think of Denmark sacrifices. That's what I think of. But no, but there were also some really good things. Eminem again, but also I don't know his name, but the guy who freestyle recapped rap the Oscars.
That was pretty cool.
That dude was dope from Pitch Perfect.
That was purposeless. Yeah. Sorry, but
wow.
Damn, it's like going to the Christmas tree getting a red bicycle and he's pissed that it was red. Damn.
All right, Maggie, let's go to you next then. Yikes. You clearly have thoughts. Let's hear them.
Okay, so they purposely didn't have a host and had a random bunch of shit for no reason, and I'm very confused. Like, clearly Chris Rock and Steve Martin could have hosted it. Clearly Kristen Wiig and Maya Rudolph could have hosted it. Like, just have a host. Like, it won't hurt you. Having people present presenters was stupid. Having people rap in the middle for no reason. Having Eminem from 2003. Why? That was stupid. That was a waste of my time. Did not like the opening. Highlighted a bunch of movies they did not nominate. Why? Why are you doing this? Are you making fun of yourself? That's not funny. Like, I'm sorry, but you are not aware enough to make fun of yourself, Academy, but nice try. So I didn't like that. Liked a lot of people who won, except for one award, which I'm sure we will talk about. But I have lots of feelings, and those are those feelings.
Is Maggie Cody Newberry? Like, what is it? Who turned Miss Negative into E? Because this is insane. I'm positive.
Alcohol.
Maggie makes me sad.
All right, Koho, your thoughts.
I think last year's show was more fun. Just because, like, I think last year they executed the transitions of, like they made the show fun out of the necessity of not having a host. And like Maggie said, this year the not having a host thing didn't work as well. I really did, after that opening, I really did want Steve Martin and Chris Rock to just host the whole night. But, like, I get, like, the show's always going to be 3.5 hours. I've accepted that, and I enjoy it for what it is. But I enjoyed most of the stuff in it. If we're going to be 3.5 hours long, I didn't hate the extra stuff that made it 3.5 hours long, except the opening. Like, I loved, like, when they were doing the original song montage, I was like, well, this is nice, but why aren't they playing Lose Yourself when they're showing the 8 Mile clip? And then freaking Eminem came out and did it because he didn't do it at his Oscars. I was like, that's dope. Eminem doing Lose Yourself was cool.
Later.
I know, but
care about that now.
Can somebody mute her?
I will
He's
always
interrupting
care about
me.
Eminem and Lose Yourself. I don't know about you, but I will always care about him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's get into the awards themselves. Let's start off with the big one, the big boy that we were all, we were back and forth on what was going to win. Was it going to be Parasite? Was it going to be 1917? Was Hollywood going to come in and, maybe surprise? And what do you know? Much to the joy of pretty much everyone here, I can expect, Parasite pulls it out, wins Best Picture, first foreign language film to ever win the high award. This is fantastic. I've been on record saying I like this movie. I don't love this movie, but to say that it's not deserving, it's totally deserving. I'm glad it won. It's not my choice to win, but I'm glad that it did. I'm very, very happy, and it was a stressful evening, and leading up to that point, getting there was pretty intense. I'm going to go to Koho first on this because I know that I think you voted for Parasite to win. So tell me about your thoughts on this.
I was sitting there waiting for 1917 to get called, and then like when a couple of other awards didn't go 1917, so I was like, oh, is 1917 not going to win? And I was like, well, then maybe Parasite will win. And then we got closer. I was like, oh, maybe it'll be Joker, maybe it'll be Jojo Rabbit. Hell, maybe The Irishman will win its only award of the night in Best Picture. But then they said Parasite, and I think I blew out Cody and Boatman's eardrums because I like just freaked out because I was just super happy. That is my choice to win Best Picture. So,
all right, Maggie, your thoughts on Parasite winning?
Dude, I'm so happy. I had been on record that I don't really want to watch this movie again because it's super unsettling, which I completely stand by, but that doesn't make me not believe that it is definitely an amazingly made movie. And I definitely am so happy for the history that has gone down tonight. Like somebody I like Green Book. I'm sorry. But somebody tweeted like going from Green Book to Parasite in 1 year is kind of nuts. And it really is. And I'm super happy for Bong Joon-ho and the whole group of people that made this movie. And I think it is absolutely deserving. And I feel a little bit bad for 1917, but very little.
All right, Boatman, what about you? Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Parasite was not like my favorite of the Best Picture nominees, but I think it was the best of the Best Picture nominees and more like a technical level. And the thing I want to highlight is I think Parasite, not just the fact that it's not in English, I think one of the more unique things about Parasite winning Best Picture, it's the first movie in a while to win Best Picture and not really have a defined genre. Like you can say, oh, it's a thriller, it's a horror, but it blends so many different elements so seamlessly that it's kind of a little bit of everything. And I kind of love that. And I hope that means that more kind of genreless movies start winning Best Picture, because that would be great. Because I don't remember the last time a movie that didn't really have a genre won Best Picture.
Yeah, Cody. I know you really liked the Parasite. You saw the Parasite. You saw Parasite pretty late, but you still, I think you didn't have it winning, but you had it up there, I think.
Well, I mean, it's the weird thing about it. I didn't have it winning. It wasn't my pick because it was in the running, but the pick was 1917. But I liked Parasite more than 1917. So, like, I'm satisfied with the win. It's nowhere near my favorite movie of the year of Best Pictures. But I mean, I've said it before. I'm a total snob when it comes to foreign language films. I don't watch a ton of them. They don't really hit my radar that often. But now I've watched like multiple more than I've done the past couple of years because of it. So, like, I just watched Shoplifters the other day, and I thought Shoplifters was amazing. Like, it's opened my eyes to watching some foreign language films that I wouldn't have. So I'm excited that Parasite actually bridged the gap and gave something, because it's not all about American films. Like, they give them their own category, which I don't honestly believe that's even a fair category anymore. I think they should all compete for the same award if it's going to be a full, what's the best? Like, stop trying to pick it and just pick the best 9 or best 10. That would be the best way to do it for me. But yeah, I was satisfied. I wish like maybe JoJo or Joker and stuff like that, but I'm okay with Parasite.
All right.
Ooh, nice eye roll.
Yeah, Maggie got a nice little eye roll in there for Joker. When they played the best picture reel or whatever, and they did the scene from Joker at the Murray Franklin show, she goes, "Ah, yes, they picked the best dialogue." And I was like, "Woman, I am about to." I was like getting.
He was really mad.
I was getting so worked up. I'm like, "Stop making fun of the movies I like." Anyway, let's move on to the thing that goes hand in hand here. Best director, Bong Joon-ho pulls it out. Best director. I think this is when the shift really happened for me. When he got the screenplay win, which if we want to throw up that, Kaleb, he got the screenplay win. That was amazing for Parasite. It also won the foreign or the international feature. That also, was a big deal. And but those didn't surprise me. When he won Best Director, that was when I was like, this thing's winning Best Picture. It's happening. So the director thing was huge, and I'm very happy. If there was ever a movie of his to make it happen, it's obviously this one. I think we're all in agreement. We're really excited about this. Boatman, your thoughts on Bong winning Best Director?
Oh, this is definitely the one that I was like, okay, this is the one that is definitely deserved, like 100%, no question. And then once it actually happened, like, because I thought it was going to be Sam Mendes. And then once it actually happened, that's when I knew 100% 1917 was not winning Best Picture. But then it was a case of, was it going to be Parasite? And I was like, probably, but maybe not. And then Parasite actually won. But yeah, I think Bong definitely deserved it for Parasite. I think that was amazing. And now I want to go back and watch a lot of his other older movies for the first time, because, and I'm guessing a lot of people will too now know that he's kind of in the mainstream with Parasite.
Absolutely. Kaleb, thoughts on Bong winning?
When that happened, I was excited, and I realized that, like, okay, now we're probably gonna get the Best Picture win for Parasite. I felt a lot more confident after that, because I really thought Sam Mendes was winning that one. But honestly, him winning everything that he was nominated for tonight, like Bong specifically was nominated for, was really cool. And he deserved it because he made the best movie of the year, in my opinion. So, Cody,
what about you?
I just know that dude's going to be fucking hammered tonight, and he's excited about it. Like, he wanted to get hammered. I think he wanted to be like Maggie right now, and, that's fantastic. Again, I picked Mendes to win because Mendes was winning everything. I didn't want Mendes to win, but, like, we were playing a pool. I had to go with my gut, and I'm so happy on the opposite. I mean,
Yeah.
Again, I won't make another eye roll, but I wanted other people to win. But I'm okay with him winning. I think it was a fantastic job. And once that moment happened, I was like, yep, here it is. I said, well, if Mendez won, I think that was 1970s lock. If Bong won, it was going to switch it to Parasite, and that's what ended up happening. They kept it together and could be happy enough for him. He seems like the coolest dude in the world, so like, I hope he makes more movies like this. Like, I don't want him to go like, I don't want somebody to suck him in to go do something stupid. Like, I want him just to do his own films because I think Parasite is a brilliant film.
Maggie, any other thoughts on Bong Joon-ho winning?
I mean, my basic thought about the best director, not winner in general, is that whoever wins best director should win best picture. Like, that's how it should work. And every year that hasn't happened, I feel like I've been upset with one of the two categories. So I'm very happy that it turned out well. And I knew that Parasite was going to win the moment that he won best, screenplay. That's what it was. And I was like, we're going all in. It's happening. And I was very excited, and I think that he definitely deserves it, and I'm very happy for him.
Yeah, he won 4 Oscars tonight. He
Tying Walt Disney for the record.
4 Oscars. That's insane. Good for him. We kind of talked about screenplay a little bit before we get to like acting and stuff. Let's get into some of the smaller categories. Going over to adapted screenplay, actually, big surprise for me, Taika Waititi pulling out the win for Jojo Rabbit. Couldn't be happier. I had Greta Gerwig winning this. I think we all did who did the pool.
I did Taika.
Koho had Taika. So I'll go to you first, Koho, actually, then. But you were not. But you missed it. But couldn't be happier about this myself. I love Jojo Rabbit. I love the screenplay. I love Taika. I'm so happy he was rewarded. I'm happy this movie got rewarded. So let's start with you, Ko, since you actually had him winning.
Yeah, I think he was low-key the favorite to win the entire time when he started accumulating like the WGA and all the other awards in the background, and it wasn't getting a whole lot of the press. But I think the right movie won that one. Jojo Rabbit is an incredible movie. It has a lot of heart and something to say. Fuck you, Watch Mojo, for saying it has nothing to say. It's one of the best movies of the year, and it's the best movie about people who hate, and like why love is the most important thing that we should be using a lot more of in our world today. I think Taika is the best, and just seeing him up there and holding an Oscar, it's like it's awesome. I'm happy that he has an Oscar. He's incredible.
Maggie, you were also very pleased. You love Jojo Rabbit. Tell me your thoughts.
Yeah, no, Taika is such a great filmmaker, and he has so much to say, and he stands for so much. I am very happy that they recognize him for that, especially for this stands for everything that stands against hate. I understand that a lot of people expected her to win this award, but to be honest, she's going to be back. Like, let's not pretend that's not true and that she's not coming for the Best Director award sometime very soon. So, like, I feel for her, but I think that JoJo is very deserving. It's a great film. Everyone should see it. And yeah, I was just very happy.
Cody, thoughts on Taika? You're a big Jojo Rabbit fan.
Oh yeah, I think it was my 5th favorite movie of the year. I think the script was so brilliant. Again, I literally before the ceremony started, I talked to Koho and I said, I think JoJo's winning, but I have to do something different. But I said, I'll just keep it as it is. But I was that close to changing it because I thought he would win it. And I'm glad he did. I think honestly, he's one of the best directors working today. I think he's honestly and that script is just so opposite of what I thought I was going to see when I saw that movie. And to bring the 2 actors that brought that script pretty much to life and that was his writing, I think it was brilliant. I'm so happy he won. Like, I think Greta should have, because honestly, I think the Little Women, the story, she did so much with it and adapted it into such a different story than most people are used to. I think that's brilliant. But I mean, Taika brought a story about Adolf Hitler being the imaginary friend of a 10-year-old boy and made it work. So hats off to Taika. I can't wait to see what he does next. Besides MCU.
Yeah. Boatman, Taika, you a Jojo Rabbit fan?
I enjoyed Jojo Rabbit very much. The only part of Jojo Rabbit I did not like was Rebel Wilson, because I am not a Rebel Wilson fan.
Preach.
And I do think the best part of the movie was the script. I think the dialogue is fantastic. Just the story really works. So yeah, definitely. I thought it was going to go to Little Women, but Jojo Rabbit would have been my personal vote. So I was very happy.
All right. We're going to next. Let's do best animated feature next. I'm just looking through them, seeing what we got. Toy Story 4 pulling out almost gave me a heart attack right at the beginning of the show, but it came through. It won. I'm clearly very happy about this. This was my number 2 of the year, so I'm very, very happy. Cody, I know you're a big fan of Toy Story. How are you feeling?
This is the moment that I was the most worried about, because with missing Link, and if I hear Koho spit one more fucking random ass fact about things that are not the Oscars and what that means to the Oscars, I'm gonna literally kill myself. But he swore up and down it was gonna be class. I won 13 blah blah blahs. That's like 13 Oscars. I didn't care, but when it finally was announced, I was so excited because personally, I haven't seen Klaus. I watched Tim's Letterboxd. It came up. It didn't look that great. Me and him see eye to eye on a lot of animated stuff. So I refused to watch it. I didn't refuse, but I just didn't watch it. But I was so happy when it finally won, because that put me one ahead against Koho at that point in time, and it was beautiful.
All right, Boatman, Toy Story 4, your thoughts?
That would have been my pick, so I was very happy. I will say I personally was very... What?
Sorry. Maggie's being savage in the chat.
Sorry.
Wow.
Savage.
I really enjoyed Toy Story 4, so that would have been my personal pick. So I will say I did see Klaus and I liked it a lot, but Toy Story 4 deserved to win, and I was very happy about that, and I'm glad Koho was wrong.
I'm glad I was
As
wrong.
always, when we usually are. Maggie, Toy Story 4, are you happy about this one, even though the other animated film that we like very much wasn't nominated?
She
Right.
hates Woody, so no.
No, okay. So I am happy it won. Obviously, my next pick after that would have been How to Train Your Dragon, just because I'm a sucker for that franchise. But I am happy that Toy Story 4 won. It was definitely deserving. All the things that they said in their speech about people growing up with Toy Story, I definitely resonated with that. Definitely still disappointed that Frozen 2 wasn't nominated. But overall, happy with the outcome.
All right, Koho, Toy Story, go.
There was 3 or 4 predictions that I made tonight that ended up being wrong. I'm happy that I was wrong, and this is one of them. I wanted Toy Story 4 to win. I bet with my head, not my heart. And I looked at all the facts that I had presented, and I was like, Klaus was going to win. But I'm happy Toy Story 4 won. It's the best animated movie of the year, and it deserved it.
Okay, so we're going to fly through some of the other stuff. These are important awards. We like these awards, but for time's sake, we're going to fly through some of them. So best production design going to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think very deserved, even if the movie is kind of whatever you think about it. Production design, fantastic. Costume design. Yeah, Little Women. Absolutely. I think this is a no-brainer. I think we all had this on our picks. Fantastic movie and fantastic costume design. So great. Documentary feature going to American Factory. I think we also all gave this one. It's a great film. Absolutely. Best sound editing. Ford v Ferrari. So this is actually a fun one. If we go right over to sound mixing with 1917. So we were split down the middle, guys. I think 2 of us went Ford v Ferrari for both, and 2 of us went 1917 for both. So
He switched
no?
last
Last
minute.
minute.
He switched last minute.
Koho switched and got it and got
He
it.
switched
Bullshit.
last minute for the
Bullshit.
exact
Somebody
right
hitting in. Rigged.
He actually made the call like an hour before the match, and we're like, "Well, that's stupid choice. He should have picked the other ones." And he
Right.
was right on both.
He was right on
Are you
both.
guys
and I was
gonna
blown away.
announce at the end who won? By the way,
We are,
from your
we are.
last show?
Yep,
Okay,
we will.
just wanted to confirm as someone who is not there.
Yeah.
what's
Okay, so
happening.
best
Okay.
cinematography going to Roger Deakins. Fantastic. I think we were all very happy about this. Very deserved. Best film editing going to Ford v Ferrari. This was a weird choice to me, but I think a couple of you guys voted for it.
All three of us.
I was surprised by it. I was the only one who picked Parasite. I thought this should have gone to Parasite, but
I
still
agree.
deserved. Visual
I think
effects
the
going
editing was great.
visual effects going to 1917. I get it. But again, I would have gone the Avengers route. I think we all would have preferred that, but
Lion
1970.
King.
Maggie voted for Lion King, so that's Cody's. Anyway, okay. Original song going to Elton John. Fantastic. I think
That was beautiful. That was
those are
beautiful.
great choice. Great performance, great speeches from them. Original score going to Hilder for Joker. Amazing. Very, very excited about that. Bring in the clowns, send in the clowns, whatever. And best hair and makeup going to Bombshell. We all kind of figured that would happen as well. Very happy about that. So the last four we'll talk about real quick. Best supporting actress, Laura Dern. We all saw this one coming. I still don't think it was the right choice. I would have taken Scarlett Johansson personally, but I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. Cody, what about you?
I've said my piece on her. She played the evil lawyer in this movie. I think she did a fantastic job. Personally, yeah, I would have done Scarlett Johansson and Jojo Rabbit, but I went with what was going to win because it won everything. So, yeah, it was fine.
All right, Boatman, what about you?
Yeah, I was good with this. This was in my top 5 supporting actors performances of the year, but not my number 1. I don't was nominated. I would have given it to Florence Pugh for Little Women.
Preach. That's correct. That's actually
Yeah,
correct.
That's what I would have gone with as well. But Laura Dern, like, I can't be mad. She did good.
Maggie, what about you?
Yeah, I feel like this is definitely more of a career award than anything, which I totally respect. And I understand why she won. So I'm not that upset. Wish Scarlett Johansson would have came out, though, more in a different category than this one, but I understand why Laura Dern won.
All right. Best supporting actor is next. We all, again, I think saw this coming. I was very happy to see Brad Pitt win this one. I think he deserved it. Maggie, what about you?
Yeah, totally agree. This was the one where I was like, yes, give it to him. It's hard because there were a lot of great acting performances this year, like both in the supporting and the lead role, but I was very happy to see it go to Brad.
Koho, what about you?
Yeah, we knew this was coming. I would have given it to Tom Hanks or Al Pacino. I think they're better, but I think Brad Pitt deserves it. He's the only one of the 5 that didn't have an acting Oscar. So if we were going to give it to someone new, then Brad Pitt was the obvious choice, and I'm glad he has an Oscar. He did really well in that movie.
Cody, you don't like the movie, but are you happy he won?
He's the best part of the movie. He is by far the best part. And I did not hate moments that he was on the screen. I just felt like his character and everybody didn't go anywhere. But the role that he was given, killed it. He's the funniest. He's got the most heart in the movie, hands down. He deserves the award. So, yeah.
And Boatman, you love this movie, so are you happy?
Yeah, I'm very happy. I thought this performance was great. Probably one of Pitt's best performances, so I was very happy he won. I get why people don't like the movie. Like, that movie kind of just checks the exact right boxes for me that I really enjoy it. But yeah, Pitt was excellent, so I'm glad he won.
All right, well, send in the clowns because Joaquin Phoenix won for Best Actor. A part of Maggie started to get my hopes up. She was like, Tim, what if Adam Driver wins? Tim, just imagine what would happen if Adam Driver won. And she started getting my hopes up. But alas, Joaquin won. I'm fine with it. I love Joker, so I'm happy. I don't think it was the best performance of the year, but it's in the top 5 for me. So I'm happy it won. Cody, you love this movie. Go ahead.
Oh, I was so pleased. The best performance by far this year, in my opinion. I get it. Driver was good. I like Driver a lot, but he was second in my race. He was actually third.
Uncut.
I would have went Joaquin uncut and then Driver, but it's fantastic. I'm happy award season's over because he made a good speech, but I'm tired of his speeches really at this point. I've heard a lot of them, and they're always about the same thing. Like, I would just rather you start a charity or do something with yourself instead of just keep talking about it. Go do something with your time. Like, stop talking about it, just do it. But overall, the overall performance, amazing. I was ready to send my gifts of him dancing to as many chats as I possibly could because send in the clouds, motherfuckers. Send in the clouds.
Maggie, you don't like this movie. Tell me your thoughts.
I don't, but this was the one award where I was okay with it winning because I don't think this award was as much as about Joker as it was about Joaquin Phoenix, which I know Darren, like, he's definitely had a lot of great performances, and I think that's what this recognized. And for some reason, the Oscars like to award people who lose a lot of weight for some reason. But I think that he did give a good. Don't laugh, Cody. He did give a good performance, and I really did like his speech at the Oscars. I thought that he's definitely, throughout all of the award season, he's realized that he has this platform and he's used it well. So as much as I would like to have seen Adam Driver win, again, it's the thing where, like, Adam Driver is coming for that Oscar. Like, he is. Like, we can't pretend like that's not in his future. So as an amazing year as he's had, I'm sure that he will have more. So I'm very happy for Joaquin Phoenix, and I can't wait to see what Adam Driver does next.
Boatman, your thoughts on Joaquin's win?
Yeah, out of the ones that was nominated, this was my pick. I would have given it personally to Adam Sandler and Uncut Gems, but out of what was nominated, I thought Phoenix was absolutely terrifying and transformative in Joker. But Driver was also, like, very close, so I would not have minded it if he won. But it was Phoenix's time. Like, this was, in a sense, a career Oscar. Like, it's because, like, people say he should have won for Her or The Master or, Gladiator or whatever. So it was kind of this, like, he's finally got one, and he's one of the best actors working today. So I'm glad that he has one.
All right, and Koho, your thoughts?
I would have loved to see Adam Driver win. I think he was by far the best male performance of the year. But I think Joaquin was my second place of those nominees. He is excellent. Oscar history made. Joker is not the second character to have two actors win an Oscar for playing that character. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, no, I like Joaquin. I think he's a good dude. I'm happy that he has an Oscar. He deserves to have an Oscar. So can't be too mad.
All right. Well, I think that's all the awards.
Let's just wrap it up.
I forgot.
There's one that we have not talked about.
There's one that we have to talk about. Best Actress goes to Renee Zellweger. I think we're all disappointed. I don't remember which one of you said it on the show that we set out this morning, but someone in September just decided that she was going to win. And we've just gone that narrative all year. I don't like it. I thought she's good in the movie. Like, I'm not saying she's bad in the movie. I saw a comment on Facebook that was like, man, we should give her another Oscar right now for longest acceptance speech ever.
I think she was drunk. I honestly think she was drunk.
You know who was drunk? Diane Keaton was drunk.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yes. I absolutely love drunk. Bring on more Keaton.
Let's be honest.
She was shit-faced from the freaking ceremony. Like, getting out of the limo, she already had 4 bottles down. She was good to go.
Keaton's been drunk since she did Annie Hall. Let's
she about made out with Keanu Reeves on stage. I promise you. Keanu Reeves was about to
couldn't open the envelope.
We had one speech that got played off the entire night. And I was saying, can we play her off? Can we play her off, please?
No.
Yeah, so
it was either short doc or documentary feature got played off, but
yeah.
Oh, no, I thought you meant Diane Keaton. I was like, no,
we're saying Renee Zellweger.
Someone needed to play Renee Zellweger off stage like 10 minutes into that, or like 10 seconds into that speech.
So is this real quick? Is this the category that's pissed Maggie off the worst? Is this it?
It pissed
All
me
right,
off first.
go ahead, Maggie.
All right. So she said it in her speech. This award was not for her. It was for the character that she played and for that actress who never won an Academy Award. And honestly, that's bullshit. Like, give her a posthumous honorary award. Don't give it to Renee Zellweger, who was in a very mediocre movie attempting to play her. Give it to not a real actress, but an actress who played her heart out, giving the best performances she had this year, doing something new and original. And that is really what irritated me. Like, I know, Tim, all year, I was like, Renee Zellweger keeps winning. And Tim was like, but do you remember last year when Glenn Close was winning? And then Olivia Colman came out and won. And I was like, yeah, but Glenn Close really deserved it last year. And she's never won an Oscar, where Renee Zellweger has. And this was not something that I think that she really deserved it for, and that it should have gone to Scarlett Johansson, Charlize Theron, or Saoirse Ronan. All three of those girls are coming, and they're gonna win before their day is over. And I just am tired. Who?
Charlize has one.
Does she? Okay, my bad.
Monster.
Anyway, I'm really tired of the Oscars giving career awards. Give awards that really matter for that year. Stop awarding people after the fact. That's such bullshit. Like, it's just stupid and worthless. And I was just very upset because I really thought that Scarlett Johansson was going to pull the upset, because she totally deserved it. Because if it wasn't for Laura Dern, she would have won Best Supporting. And it was just so heartbreaking for somebody to put in, like her and Adam Driver, to put in so much work into 1 year, and for it to end up ultimately, other than money, I guess, mean nothing in the eyes of their peers. Like, that sucks for them, and I feel bad.
Koho, you have thoughts?
Yeah, I really wanted either ScarJo or Saoirse to win. They were the top two performances for me over Renee. She was just okay. Like, she's the best part of the movie, but she's not. That is your high, Aaron Brooks.
Yeah, so true. I was just gonna say that's not true.
Renee Zellweger is the best part of a mediocre movie, but she herself is pretty mediocre. Like, she's good. I'm not mad that she even got nominated, because like I'd be hard pressed to pick someone else to replace her. Maybe Lupita Nyong'o for us, but like, I think that it was ScarJo who really should have walked away with it. Even when you watch the video package of all the people, Saoirse and ScarJo next to the Judy clips were 10 million times better. You could tell they wanted it more, that they were doing so much more. And Renee was just sleepwalking under a whole load of Judy Garland makeup and won an Oscar. And it's so frustrating. It's so dumb. Like, she shouldn't win. She already has one. Like, ScarJo was double nominated. You think she'd walk away with one of them?
Cody?
I think it's unfair to say that she walked through that performance, because I don't believe that's true. Because I believe she did give her absolute best in that role. I just believe this has been a problem with the Oscars and anyone in Hollywood. This is the problem when they did they wanted to do the popular award. The time is that the Oscars aren't for everybody. And the time that they start realizing that, the time that we actually get films that deserve to get nominated, in my personal opinion. Like Black Panther last year. I will stand on the hill. I will die on that hill. I do not believe that ever deserved a Best Picture nomination, ever. They did that to bend to criticism by the Academy. I just feel like this does an injustice to actors, because now actors will seek out roles of dead celebrities, of biopics, just to get credibility and get an Oscar from them.
Rami Malek.
Exactly. And that's the thing I want to touch on. Just give it to Judy Garland and say what you want. I think Joaquin, Adam, and Adam Sandler, like, those performances, I think were fantastic in the Best Acting. But to give the award to Rami Malek for Best Picture and to not nominate to not nominate Taron Egerton is an idiotic move. It's 100% an idiotic move. He was way better than Rami Malek by a billion stars. So to say that Judy Garland, because she played a celebrity that passed away that never got an Oscar and they gave it to her, they just wanted the opportunity to play the score, the overlay of Somewhere Over the Rainbow as soon as she won. That's their whole thing. It's a love letter to Hollywood. Hollywood likes to suck themselves off any chance they possibly get, and that's the classic moment of this. Because everybody that watched the movie, everybody that watched this Judy movie is, Renee Zellweger is good, that movie is trash. She's good, the movie's trash. She's good, the movie's trash. No one ever said that movie was anywhere it was not nominated anywhere else besides that performance. Well, okay, hair and makeup. But to give that to her, and then her to go on and on and on when ScarJo was sitting there, which I think clearly deserved it. I even had to vote for Renee because I knew Renee was winning. So that's just my personal opinion. Okay, I don't listen to that. But yeah, that's my problem. I feel like it does a disservice to Hollywood because now you're going to get like a Saoirse Ronan. You're going to get these actresses that won an Oscar. They won an Oscar so flipping bad. It's the same thing that happened to Leo. It's the same thing that happened to people. They go crazy out there to find that one role, and they lose great scripts and great opportunities to be in movies because they want that gold statue that bad that she'll play a biopic that's not that great of a movie, but give the performance of her life and win it. And I think the best movies need to be nominated. Best pictures I think acting nominations should follow. It just doesn't make any sense why they don't follow suit with those. Like one random movie. Then if that was good enough, that movie stands alone by Judy Garland's performance, by Renee Zellweger's performance alone. Then why is that not best picture in your eyes?
Well, that's like
All right, well, let's let Boatman talk. Boatman hasn't talked about this, so Boatman, you look like you had something to say.
Yeah, I don't think Renee Zellweger should have won. I think ScarJo definitely should have won for Marriage Story. I think that was the best leading actress performance of the year. But I do disagree with you there, Cody. Like, I think you can say, if the performance was good enough to carry a movie on its own, then the movie should be nominated for Best Picture. But I disagree. I think there are plenty of amazing performances where the actor is giving their all. But in a movie called Judy, that's my whole viewpoint. In a movie called Judy, interrupt you during yours. Can you? I'm clarifying. I said in the movie named Judy, it's about her. The whole movie centers on her. That's my viewpoint. Okay. So back to what I was saying. I think. Go ahead, please. Fine. No. Say you obviously. I can't have an opinion.
Go ahead, Bowman.
I think that there are plenty of performances that it's like a group project. Just because not everybody else is pulling their weight and one person is giving an excellent performance, that doesn't mean that one performance should not get notice, not get credit. Like, I don't think Judy was that performance, but I think there are definitely performances where everything else was trash, but that one performance was absolutely excellent. It's best performance, not best performance in a great movie.
Andrew Barr throwing out that Marissa Tomei won for My Cousin Vinny and didn't get a best picture.
I'm going to agree with Bowman in that there are lots of movies that are carried by performances, like The Joker, that don't necessarily get Best Picture nominations, where I think that Best Director and Best Picture are much more tied. I can sort of understand why, like, Gary Oldman won for The Darkest Hours and that sort of thing. And even when Glenn Close was getting nominated for The Wife last year, like, I get that. I totally agree that is sort of something that we're like, somebody can give a great performance in a mediocre movie, but it's really hard to direct a Best Picture and not get nominated for Best Director. Okay. That's just...
Here, let me clarify this one more time. I'm not saying that for every movie possible. I'm saying for the motherfucking role of Judy. Judy was based on Judy alone. And
thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, but your clear point was Joker, and Joker got nominated because of that performance that led that entire movie throughout everything. Judy Garland was good enough to win. Judy was good enough to win the entire over every other acting performance by a movie led by herself. You have 10 nominations. Don't tell me that one could not have filled in the
And
10th
I
nomination.
disagree that and I agree with you that she did not deserve it. And
If
that
she's good enough to win that,
no, I
they should
agree
have
with what you're
nominated.
saying about Judy. I'm
Thank
just saying that, yeah, no, we're not going to fight. I'm just saying that, yes, movies can exist on great performances alone, but they should not, because that's shitty.
I don't know who that is, but
But the Academy's a dumbass enough to nominate it and win
No,
it.
the Academy is
Put it up
dumbass
there.
no matter what. Like, you can't escape that. Like, they are, like, I saw an Onion article tonight that was like they pulled out a giant mirror and everyone in the Academy applauded for like 10 minutes, and I was like, that can't be more true. Like, that can't be more true, that all they care about is themselves. And even like Tim tonight during the whole thing when at the beginning,
Janelle
with-
Monáe.
Janelle Monáe was doing that whole thing, and she was talking about people of color, she was talking about queer rights, she was talking about women, she was talking about all those things, and all those people were clapping, and Tim was like, you are literally the people voting for these awards. You are the people who snubbed these other people. Like, get your shit together. Like, and I agree that the Academy is full of shit. But yeah, that's all.
Well, we made it through the episode almost with no
Boy.
controversy, but we ended in the end, and we got some fists out. We almost made it, but this is proof why why she shouldn't have won Best Actress, because it causes fights and rifts between friends and admins, and that's not what you want in a world. But
Didn't know
that's
the
okay.
Oscars turned Boatman into Brooklyn. It was the most annoying thing I've ever heard in my life. Can I talk first? I didn't interrupt
No,
you.
Cody, don't even. Don't even. Your show is full of that. Do not even.
Okay, all
What are
right.
you talking about?
Oh, stop it! We are live right now.
I love this shit.
Save it from behind the scenes. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We're not going to have a show on Tuesday because we did 2 shows today. So no Multiplex Loves Movies this Tuesday. I need a fucking break. I got shit to do. I got fandom matches to record. So we are going to take a week off. Thank you so much for watching this special Oscars episode. Kaleb, can you take us out with the sweet video that makes me want to cry myself to sleep of joy? Thank you. Good night.
Not quite my tempo.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Yikes.